Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It has been a while since I've done a full-length roller coaster video that's not really a creation, so we're going to try to get started back on that today. So, as some of you may know, a couple months ago, I was at a wonderful trip to Busch Williamsburg in July, which I guess I was more than a couple months ago now, but, well, yes I was, and, so I wanted to try to do some things about it. So, I'm working on a ranking video right now, well, not like this, so ranking videos and personal rankings. But why not go ahead and rank them on a tier list, all the coasters? So we'll just go ahead and jump right into this. Hope you guys enjoy. We're starting off with Apollo's Chariot. So this 90s B&M Hyper, first B&M Hyper ever made. I respect it, but I didn't like it. So it didn't have great airtime for me, the front or back. It was, the first drop definitely had some good speed, and I liked the layout. I liked how I went kind of back in the forest and the turns and stuff, but overall, I just didn't really see the appeal that some people do. I know it's not the most popular ride, and I know, obviously, B&M has learned since they made it, but I don't understand how some people have it relatively high, so I think it's overall solid B-tier coaster, very middle of the road. I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very bad. It's smooth, but besides that, there's not a lot going for it, besides the layout and the scenery. So, alright, Apollo's Chariot, B tier. Next up, we have Grover's Alpine Express, which is obviously Busch Williamsburg's kiddie coaster. Again, not much to say about this. It's a kiddie coaster. One lap, very short. Just because of what it is, it's going to go in the D tier. Just because, now, if we were ranking kiddie coasters, it would probably go in the B or A tier. But for what it is, I can't. It's a kiddie coaster. You have to do it. So next up, we have Verbolten. So Verbolten is a very curious ride, in my opinion. Whenever going into it, I was expecting to like it. I know a lot of people had it relatively high. I know people like it. I know it has some fans. I didn't really know of anyone who didn't like it. Obviously, I know a lot of people that wish Big Bad Wolf was still there. But I was expecting to like it with the launch and the drop track and everything like that. But I got off and I was very disappointed. I don't know why. For me, I don't know. I just do not know. My mom was with me riding that too, and she did not like it either. And we're both roller coaster people. We both have been for years. And it just didn't sit right. I mean, there was a rattle. I don't know what else there was, but Verbolten's going C tier. I can't put it any higher. I just thoroughly did not enjoy that ride. A ride I actually did enjoy more than Verbolten is the one that's next up, a Tempesto. So this Premier Skyrocket is actually pretty fun. I don't know why people put so much hate on this ride. I was talking to people even at Busch Gardens, and they were like, guys, you don't need to waste time in Tempesto. Don't ride it. I liked it. I would have ridden it again. I didn't really have any problems with the comfort collars. The launches were punchy, a good hang time. I do kind of like this model. I don't really see I don't see where the hate's coming from. I really don't. So it's gonna go B tier because I truly do. I did enjoy Tempesto. It's not something I'll wait an hour in line again for, but it's not bad. Next up, we have the park's Busch Williamsburg's newest coaster, Dark Coaster. So Dark Coaster obviously is a little family launch coaster inside a building. I really do quite like Dark Coaster, so I know a lot of people really hated it. I don't know why. They put a lot of hate on it. Again, you got to look at where the target audience is here. It's a family coaster made for families, so you have to think about the target audience. So obviously, with the target audience, if we were doing this ranking on base for families, it would be very high up there in my opinion. Now, obviously, I can't put it that high up because of reasons like that. So I am going to end up putting Dark Coaster in C tier. Although if we were ranking family coasters, it would be higher. I truly didn't see. I mean, for family coaster, the launches were actually surprisingly punchy for drive tires, and it was actually kind of whippy at times. So I'm giving Dark Coaster credit for what it is. It deserves some credit, and I feel like people need to give it a little bit more of that. All right, next up we have the Parks B&M Dive Coaster, 10 seats across, 3 rows. Crazy dive coaster, dive machine. I love this thing. It's got to be one of the best. I've only ridden 2 dive coasters, this and Valraven, but this dwarfs Valraven. I don't care if Valraven's taller. I don't care if it's faster. This thing is just so fun. The drop feels like it's way better than Valraven's. I don't know why. And I'll tell you one thing. Griffin feels like it's going to rip your face off at the bottom of the first drop. It feels like you are flying like a bird. I do not know how it feels so fast. And whenever you go into that first inversion, it's ridiculous. The G-forces are crazy. So we're going to put Griffin. Griffin is an A tier. Griffin's just fantastic. I love Griffin. So next up, we're going to go to one of the most legendary coasters that still exists, Loch Ness Monster. So this 1970s Aero Looper is the only coaster that currently remains with the vertical interlocking loops. And man, it's just, it may not be this, actually I take that back. It is pretty darn smooth for how old it is. It's pretty darn smooth for an old Aero. So it may not be the, best transition filled. It is very janky, but it's just so fun. Like going through those loops, just talking while you're on the ride on the lift hills. It's just such a great experience. That first drop gives you good airtime in the back too. I mean, it's forceful, it's fast. It was obviously once the tallest roller coaster in the world. First roller coaster with interlocking loops, and now, after Orient Express is gone, it is the last with interlocking loops. Will we ever see that again? I do not know. But Loch Ness Monster, awesome. A tier. So next up, we have the best coaster in the park, obviously, by miles. Actually, not by miles, because there is one other coaster that I actually put pretty close to Pantheon. But Pantheon, obviously the Intamin Blitz multi-launch, whatever you want to call it. The park's second newest coaster has a amazing vertical spike, swing launch, top hat, steeper than 90 beyond 90-degree angle off the top hat. Just a phenomenal ride, amazing zero-G stall, amazing first inversion. And man, I'm telling you, the airtime off that hump, the speed hump in the launch is insane. The airtime is crazy. Pantheon just blew me away the first time I rode it. It's up there with Velocicoaster. I can't say it's better than Velocicoaster, but it is up there. Pantheon, obviously S tier. So next up, we have Invader, the park's GCI wooden coaster. It's more on the family side of GCI coasters than the extreme side, but it's trying to do something, but it just doesn't do it well. I will have to say that Invader is definitely the most disappointing coaster I've ridden this year. It was just awful. It jackhammered me so bad. People were saying that it was smooth. It was not. I don't know what you were talking about this last summer. Invader was rough. Rough. It hurt. So, Invader, I'm sorry, C tier. Last but not least, we got Alpengeist, the world's tallest B&M invert coaster, 195 feet, high 60 miles an hour, maybe 67, I'm not exactly sure. But it's fast, and man, is that first half intense. Before that first mid-course, it's insane. I mean, that first Immelman, the loop, don't even get me started on the corkscrew, don't even get me started on the Cobra Roll. That Cobra Roll, the most violent inversions I've ever experienced in my life, but the most fun. I mean, you fly through those Cobra Rolls that Cobra Roll, you fly through that thing like nobody's business. It is insane. I don't even want to know the G-forces on that thing because I don't know if they're safe. My only complaint, why couldn't Busch Gardens make it 5 foot taller, make it a hyper inverted coaster? I don't know. But, I mean, I know some people don't like it. And I will admit, after the mid-course, it does die down slightly, but the first half is insane. So, Alpengeist also going in S tier. Not higher than Pantheon, but so we'll reorder these. So, actually, I'm pretty sure this is about right. Maybe I'll put that there. I'll say this is about right. So, yeah, it's just Busch Gardens Williamsburg overall is a fantastic park. The natural beauty is insane. All the coasters are top tier. Just one of the best parks I've been to. And I can't wait to hopefully someday go back. If you guys have any input or any opinions, put them down in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Be notified whenever I actually upload decently real stuff like this. I know it's rare. I need to work on it. It's rough. I'm busy right now. But I'm trying my best. Trying to go through kind of a channel rebrand here. And thank you guys so much for watching if you stuck around. Tell me what you guys think about our tier list here. I can maybe put the link to the tier list if you want to make your own in the description. And thank you guys so much for watching.